Hey, Chuck here, Corner Store Card Collector, and I am back with another video. In this video, I want to show off the rest of the recent collection that I bought. I think it was right after Christmas or just before New Year's, and this will be the third video that I made from it. In the first video, I showed you a bunch of autograph cards and some memorabilia that I got. I also showed in the second video a bunch of the star cards and higher end cards that came in the collection. And in this third and final video, I'm going to show you the sets that came in the collection. And then at the end of the video, please make sure you stick around. I'll talk about the financials of how much I paid for the small collection and what I think it's valued at. Okay, so let me go ahead and turn the camera around and I'll show you the different types of sets that came in it. There's nothing really big in there. I think the biggest I have is the 1989 Upper Deck baseball set with the Ken Griffey rookie. But let me go ahead and turn the camera around and I'll show you what I got. All right, so let me go ahead and show you what I got set-wise in this small baseball, well, primarily baseball card collection that I bought, I don't know, about a month and a half ago. And it seems to me that every time I buy a collection, at least from the junk wax era, there's always these classic game board cards that are, it seems like everybody must have bought one of these. But I have a couple of these. This one is from the 1990, I believe, 91. Yeah, 1990. Valued probably about 10 bucks. It's got a little board game piece on the back. This particular one, I probably have 3 or 4 of these somewhere in boxes in my storage area. But yeah, I got that one in it. I also got this one. It's a smaller version of the 1990s. It's got a smaller game piece on the back. I've never actually opened one of these or tried to play it. I don't know. I don't even know if these cards are worth anything. Again, this is probably worth about 5 bucks. I'm not sure if these are even worth grading, or, I mean, I do see a Nolan Ryan on top, but I guess I could go online and check to see if there's any value in those. And then the third classic set I got was this 1990 right here. It's got Nolan Ryan on the top, Deion Sanders in the bottom right, and Will Clark in the bottom left. Probably valued anywhere between 5 and 10 bucks. Little game piece on the back. So those are always fun to have. Okay, next I have this 1989 Score rookie and traded. Got the Ken Griffey Jr. rookie in it. The only thing that's missing from this are the trivia cards. There's little square acrylic trivia cards that came in it. Those are not in the set. However, every card is in it. I went through the pack or through the box to make sure they were all in there, to include the Griffey, and everything was in there. And this one is valued probably somewhere around $8 to $10. All right, the next one that I got are these classic draft picks. I got 2 of them here. Still sealed, still got the certificate of sealment on it. And these are probably worth, I don't know, probably $5 to $10. So, always nice to have those. Next up is going to be this Donruss Rookies. This set was opened when I got it, opened on the back end here. I did look at all the cards to make sure they were all in there, and they were. And this is valued somewhere about, probably about $10. Got a checklist on the back. Oh, but yeah, this is valued about 10 bucks. All right, the next one is going to be this 1989 Topps Baseball. This one has the Topps traded Ken Griffey Jr. rookie in it. I certainly checked for it as soon as I saw it. I opened it up and checked it out. It's a little bit off center, left to right, so I'm just going to leave it where it's at. And yeah, happy to have that one. This one's valued anywhere between, oh, I don't know, $15, maybe $20. All right, the next one that I have is this 1991 Star Picks Prospects Basketball. And this one is valuing somewhere between $5 and $10. All the cards are in there. Obviously it's been opened, but all the cards were in there. So nice to have that one. And then finally, this 1989 Flair update baseball. And this one is valued at anywhere between 10 and 15 bucks. I've seen them on eBay as low as $7 or $8. But yeah, I went through them, made sure all the cards were in there. They're in sequential order, so it was easy to check. So good to go on that one. Okay, so now for some of the larger sets. All right, so this first one I got is this 1990 Topps Baseball factory set, still sealed, still has the wrapping around it. I think this goes for anywhere between $25, maybe $35, being sealed. They show some on eBay that are opened, but complete for anywhere between 10 and 20 bucks. But since this one is still wrapped and sealed, it's got a little bit more value on it. I do have this in a hand-collected set, probably missing 4 or 5 cards, but with all the singles I got, I'll probably find them in there once I start going through them. But yeah, cool to have this nice sealed factory set. I also have a sealed factory case of that 1990 Upper Deck I bought many years ago. All right, the next one I have is going to be this 1986 Topps Baseball set. 1986, box is a little beat up. I went through, made sure all the cards were in there. Everything's good to go. It's got a little bit of writing on the top there. I'm not sure what that means, but all the cards were in there. So I'm happy that I have a full 86 set. And this value's anywhere between $40 to $60. So cool to have that one. All right, next up, it's going to be these two 1989 Upper Deck baseball. So these are the prized possession of the collection. This one is the open one. It does have the Ken Griffey Jr. in a card guard. So he did take this one out, went through it, but I made sure all the cards were in there to include that one. So this one is good to go. And then I also have an unopened one, a second one. Still got the seal on the bottom, hasn't been opened, so I'm not planning on opening this one. These value anywhere between $100 and $125 a set. Maybe over time I might go through this one that hasn't been opened yet to pull that Griffey out to see if it's in gradable condition. But I'm not too concerned about that right now. So anyways, I got 2 of the 1989 Upper Deck baseball sets. All right, the next one is going to be this 1990 Pro Set Series 1 football set. It's a complete set. I'll give you the first look at the first card. Kind of refresh all you junk wax collector era folks of what the cards look like. This is card number 1 inside the set. Anyway, this is a complete Series 1. There is a Series 2 that goes with this set. Wasn't in the collection. However, I have so much of this stuff, I'm sure I can put together another set of the Series 2 to put with this Series 1. All right, next up I have this 1989 Bowman baseball. This has the 1989 Bowman Ken Griffey rookie in it. Again, it is open. It's a factory set. All the cards were in there. So I was happy about that. So I got me another 89 Bowman complete set. I do have a hand-collected set. And then I also bought a set in a binder. I don't know, a bunch of years ago, I bought a set in a binder. Not realizing that these were oversized cards, and when you store the binders, the tops of the cards get pretty messed up because they stick out of the sleeve a little bit longer than the normal card. So it's not worth very much. So I'm glad to have this new set in the box. And then finally, I have this 1989 Topps baseball set. Complete. The box looks like it has a little bit of water on it, or had some water on it, or some sort of moisture or whatever, but the cards seem to be fine. There's one card that was missing from here. and it was card number 684. And then I also put a little note on here to replace the end cards because the end cards were pretty beat up. I'm not sure if they were moving around in the box or not. But anyways, the first card and the last card in this set need to be replaced. All right, so those are the sets that I got inside this collection. I was very happy when I got it when I was talking to the gentleman as we were negotiating a price. So let me talk about the financials real quick. So he wanted $300 for everything. I mean, we were sitting there for about 15 or 20 minutes, and I was kind of thumbing through stuff, and we were just kind of having some general chat. And I just basically asked him, what do you want for everything? And he said $350. Or I'm sorry, $300. And I looked at him, and I thought about it for a minute. And after I seen a bunch of the autograph cards, like the Stan Musial in there was some a Mike Schmidt in there. There was just a bunch of bigger names, and I was like, well, you know what? If these signatures are legit, I'm going to take a chance and say, you know what? 300 is a fair price. And then when I came across that Mickey Mantle I think it was 1960 Mickey Mantle with the Mantle Boyer card, I mean, that's $100 in itself, along with the 289 Upper Decks, which are a couple $100 a piece too. So the value was already there. So I agreed to the $300. And after I valued everything out, minus the 15 to 20,000 commons that I have in semi-stars, I valued everything out at about $900. So I think that was a win-win for me. I was pleased to have it. I know I don't typically like to buy stuff from the junk wax era because I've gone through so much of that stuff over the years, but there are still some things that you can find. There's some hidden gems in there, especially this one. I didn't realize that this card is like a $150 to $200 card. I don't know why it is. If I'm wrong, somebody please correct me down in the comment box. But looking this card up on eBay, I mean, this card is selling for well over $100, and there are sales that have sold for over $100 on this card. So that's just an example of one of the gems that I found. Another one would be the second year Joe Green card. You know, and I've shown these ones already. And then I got this 54 Bowman baseball card. And then I mentioned that Mantle Boyer card. So there were some gems in there that kind of helped me make that decision that $300 was a fair price. I paid the gentleman. I put the cards in my back of my truck, came home, and I sat on them for a little while. You know, it was Christmas time and had other things going on. But I was glad to you know, help him out. He helped me out. So now the fun, tedious part is kind of sorting through all those cards and getting them off the floor of my card room because they've been sitting there for quite some time, and it's kind of embarrassed when I show people my card room because it's a mess right now. So anyways, if you liked what I got or you have any comments on any of the sets, if I was off on some of the pricing, you know, please let me know down in the comment box so I can have a better understanding of what I actually have. All right, with that being said, I'll see you on the next video. All right, bye.